time you think of me, your heartbeat is prominent. It's astounding how your rest be sounding. Here's just be pounding. I'm reigning supreme in all your dreams when you find it necessary to include me in your commentary. I'm major. Every time you wake up, you sign it best like you to one pager. Yeah, I'm major. When you keep sending me a hate girl, I'm major prestigious. My gifts and talents can't be repeated. I'm dominant, I'm prominent, I'm significant, I'm relevant, I'm major. I'm major. I'm major. Every time you wake up, you sign it best by you to one pager. Yeah, I'm major. When you keep sending me a hate girl, I'm major prestigious. My gifts and talents can't be repeated. I'm dominant, I'm prominent, I'm significant, I'm relevant, I'm major. I'm major. Every time you wake up, you slide it past my you to one pager. Yeah, I'm major. When you keep sending me a hate girl, I'm major prestigious. My gifts and talents can't be repeated.
What up, what up, what up, what up, what up with you? It's your girl, all in the queue. Come on, like, subscribe, and share if you haven't already. Get tapped in with your girl. We are about to do my Dolton recap. I'm sure you've seen a whole bunch of recaps today. We're going to do it all in the Q style, so we finna laugh. And we ain't finna do no crying because we finna get rid of this lady. But we're going to get some good information out here. Thank you to all of you who are tuning in. If you would, please like, subscribe, and share. Tell a friend to tell a friend that All in the Queue is live. We have a special guest today for our recap. Before we get to that, though, get in the comments. Let me know where you're watching from. Say hello. I mean, let's do our normal thing. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I know the super producers looking different today. I know the super producer is doing some things for you today. I know. I'm trying. Hey, George Walls, how you doing? Where are you watching me from, George Walls? How are you doing this evening? I hope everybody is well. Get in these comments. Let's go with the comments, because I got to bring up this special guest. I mean, they waiting. We finna have a good recap. I want to get into a few things with you all. See, I got my notebook. Like I told y'all, I keep a notebook. So I have a notebook. I have timestamps so that we can go over everything. But I want to say, oh, I'm good from Harvey. Okay, George Walls from Harvey. Okay, y'all got some stuff going over there too. I mean, my condolences to you. But, y'all going to have to do what you're going to have to do over there too. Once I put these glasses on, it's a wrap. We finna get into some stuff, okay? But before we get into some stuff, I'm gonna bring up my special guest because y'all not talking. Maybe don't y'all start talking when I bring up this special guest. Don't you say nothing in the comments, because I said say hello. But maybe y'all will say hello when I bring up my special guest. I have prepared something for my special guest, so I'm gonna put it up. But listen, I want to bring my special guest on for my recap. Y'all get into it, because every time, let me see. Hey, Winking Wonders. Hey, super producer in chat. Yes. Good evening, K Mac. Glad to see you. Business is in the building. I know we're going to get some good comments from you this evening. All right, we about to bring up this special guest. This special guest, everybody knows who this special guest is. The special guest is an incredible person. She had more restraint than I do. She's super professional. I'm glad that she's, in my sister circle now. So we're going to bring up Dr. Nikita Nietzsche Club.
What up, dude? What up, dude? How's you be?
Look, and I had something created for Dr. Nikita. And look at us. Look at
my petty face.
Baby, get into it. We is looking like Regina Waldrop. If you're watching us,
I know. Shout out to Regina.
Okay, shout out to Regina. I love her. But look at us, y'all. We looking official.
Because baby, you serving.
Okay, we looking newsworthy. Listen, I told you, you're not gonna come on my show and outdo me, no ma'am, because you be serving face card don't never decline over there. That's what we're not doing. You're not finna come over here and embarrass the super producer in her house.
You so petty.
Okay, listen, K Mac, tell the people that's not what we doing.
Shout out K Mac. What's up, mama?
Listen,
Winky Wanda, George Wiles. How y'all
people are loving the new haircut, as am I.
Thank you.
You look absolutely gorgeous. I mean,
thank you. I had to get that hair off my head. I don't know why I always do it at the end of the year, but I grow it out.
I think that's a good time because new year coming in. You want to let go of some things. People say when a woman cuts her hair, she is cutting away a lot of things and she's getting rid of a lot of things. And, we just going to start fresh,
And it's a new season for me. Like I tell you, you know what I've been through. So it's a new season and I'm here. I'm still working. I'm still focused and focused on the goal. You know what I mean?
Listen, you doing it. You are doing it. Listen. So we're going to give a plug for Dr. Nikita. If you are in need of PR services, wherever you are, you don't have to be in the United States. You don't have to be in Illinois. You need to get in touch with High Society.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate it. HighSocietyManagement.com. And I'm also going to, add that on. We're a full service communications firm. So if you're looking for, not just public relations, if you're looking for branding, if you're looking for, a virtual assistant, if you're looking for website development, things of that sort, we do it all. So actually, I'll be running a special starting for Black Friday, but I'm going to start it on Monday where it's $8 an hour for a virtual assistant if you get a 30-hour-a-week package. So we're locked and loaded and we're ready to go.
Okay. Y'all heard it here. If you happen to need PR services, please, wherever you are, you don't, and listen, we want to make this thing international. I have a viewer from the UK, Tony Beauty.
Now, yes.
If you know anybody who need PR services, Tony Beauty, HighSocietyManagement.com.
Yep, and I've worked in Europe, so I got reach there as well, especially with the media.
Okay, so y'all heard that. That's my girl. Y'all get in there, flood that website, get them packages, get you some representation. And you say, super producer, why would I need representation? Because guess what? As the owner or CEO of your business, you don't need to be addressing everyone. That's what a PR firm is for.
Yep.
So that you don't have to address everyone. Everyone doesn't get addressed by the CEO. It's like when you go to work, you only talk to your supervisor. You don't talk to the CEO of the company. That's how it goes.
Yeah.
So that's why you would need a PR firm.
Yep. We're professional gatekeepers. So, everything doesn't need to be addressed at all, to be totally honest with you.
They can help you with that too.
Yep.
She does that too. Listen, I'm just telling you what services the super producer be getting. Okay. Everything don't have to be addressed. Okay. And she do that as my good sis. But
yep,
she, I can pay her a fee when I get bigger. When I get bigger, well, when I grow up, that's what I'm gonna do.
Period. Let's
Okay.
go. We outside.
I know. Okay, so we have Dr. Nikita here for several purposes. Let me put my glasses on because now we got to get into it. Let me get to adjust my, you know how it be, get to adjust my headphones and everything. Okay.
Okay, she got the
Oh,
glasses on. We official deal right now.
okay, now we finna get down to business because yesterday was I think for some people confusing.
Mm-hmm.
I think also for some people disappointing, which I don't understand, but we're gonna get into it. Um, and for some people frustrating. Um, give us your thoughts on, now we're at the Park District. Okay, we have the proper room, we have the proper space for all residents who want to attend, anyone, because meetings are open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
So now we have, so give us your thoughts on, now we went to court,
Mm-hmm.
we have to give a reasonable amount of time, which, correct me if I'm wrong, was 10 minutes.
Yeah, but they did give her 30 minutes. I noticed that. Well, it was like 28 minutes. But if you notice, I was up there at 15, like let's get the show going. But they wanted to, give her, so there's no misunderstanding. And she still came in there almost 30 minutes late with her entire entourage. It was so extra. So, but whatever. But yeah, she did that.
And can you let us know if that was addressed with the judge today? If, hey, we said that 10 minutes was a reasonable amount of time. These meetings need to be held at a responsible hour for the residents. I mean, was that addressed today? Do you know? You may not know.
No, I don't know about if that particular part was addressed. I do know their focus was mainly on, this was a check-in. This is a check-in court date. So basically, Judge Thaddeus Wilson wanted to know, hey, did you guys have an official board meeting? What happened? This, and this. So he kind of led the charge on this particular meeting.
Okay. All right. Well, at what point is it another, I'm trying to see how to word, is there going to be another hearing so that they may be able to provide video evidence to the judge of these meetings? Because the reason why I'm saying that is because a lot of people are making comments like the trustees aren't doing enough. Oh, I don't think they're doing enough about this. Give me your thoughts on that.
Mm-hmm.
But also let me know, will there be a time where they'll be able to show the behavior? Not just, okay, yeah, Judge, we had the meeting.
Mm-hmm.
And basically he's asking you yes or no questions, so you don't get to expound. It's a yes or no. Did you have the meeting? Yes, we did.
Mm-hmm.
At what point are they going to be able to present perhaps video evidence of the behavior that is being displayed?
Well, the judge is watching, and I noticed that in his tone at the last meeting, but yeah, so what they do when they put in their package, like when they put in everything, when they're putting their case together, they put everything in there, whether it's a link. Oh, thank you, adorable Aries. And I see body in that picture. Yes, ma'am. So, but what they do is they put everything in there, whether it's a link to a YouTube, whether it's a the evidence or whatever they do. So the judge, they're all talking. I mean, they're all in one courthouse. They're seeing everything. But will there be an opportunity where they get to present and things of that sort? Absolutely. Right now, I think because everything is so chaotic, like, for example, Judge Thaddeus Wilson, the last court case, he came in off vacation.
Oh, okay.
Tiffany put in at TRO. So they're pretty invested in it. So what you don't want to do, like I'm just kind of just throwing this out. This is me speaking. What you don't want to do is run for everything, because it's a fine line between making your I'm gonna say opponent. I know that's not the right word, but look like a victim versus a villain. It's a fine line. So if we run the court with everything, to your point, it looks like we're nitpicking. You know what I'm saying? So we can't do that. Sometimes you got to let them see, you got to let the law. And then you get everything together and you put it in and then you go. So they're seeing it. Like case in point today with court, he saw it. He knew that, Michael Smith was not eligible to hold that seat and he kicked it right out. He also knew that Max Solomon wasn't eligible for a payout. He kicked that right out. But then he did grant two temporary appointments. And he said for 29 days. He was very specific in that 29 days. So you're going to have Burge for 29 days only. You're going to have Lockett for 29 days only. After that, they're done. So she's going to have to go back to the drawing board and figure something out.
Okay, and let's discuss this. First, I want to preface this by saying that the views and opinions expressed on this platform are that of Dr. Nikita Nietzsche Cloud and that of the super producer. And I don't give a damn. Okay, so what I want to ask is let's talk about some of these things, because, like, for me, this platform is for the residents. My main goal is to make sure that the residents are getting transparency as much as I can get for them, and that they understand that there are absolutely things going on in the background that cannot be talked about. So, like, for me, when you say the trustees aren't doing anything, they're not doing anything that they can tell you about. I mean, go ahead, speak to that.
And you're absolutely correct. I mean, you got to also consider Tiffany, her administration, she got people in all of these groups 24/7. She got people in our networks 24/7. So if they gave up their playbook, their strategies, and things of that sort every single time, then she would know. She'll know what to combat. It's been times where she was doing something outright illegal. Like she could have been in jail, but you put it out there and they'll put the information out there and then she'll fix it, and then next thing you know, it's really no case no more, right? So you can't give everything too fast. It's all in strategy. But then also you also have to allow certain things to play out. You also have to let her walk herself into those walls. You have to let her literally break the law, so that way when they do go back to court, it doesn't look like they're nitpicking. They have more of a grounded foot to stand on. And a lot of people, I get it. I totally get the frustration. Trust me, I get it. But you also have to consider the fact that you got to let the law. And sometimes, like I know it was some comments about, well, why did Jason House give Moore the mic? Was it really worth arguing with the man? This is a man who has blatantly disrespected Trustee House on several occasions. Is it really worth? Because at the end of the day, you have to look at it like this. We know Tiffany's time is limited, right? So once she's gone, we still have to live here. We still have stakeholders. We still have businesses that we need to bring here. We still have relationships that we have to mend. So if everybody's fighting and everybody look bad, that actually becomes a liability to the seat. It becomes a liability because right now, no businesses want to rock with Dolton. No big box brands want to come to Dolton. So if Tiffany is out here acting a clown by herself, that's fixable. She's gone. Problem solved. Let's get these businesses back. I would like to see a big brand restaurant. I mean, not restaurant. Well, restaurant too, but a big brand grocery store in Dolton with food that is actually on the. I would love to see a coffee shop or Panera Bread or places like that, or a restaurant, things of that sort. You think they coming if they see all that foolishness? Absolutely not. So we got to be a little smarter in how we, do things. But again, I understand the frustration. We just got to be mindful that Things are happening behind the scenes. Trust me, that's not going unnoticed. Actually, we're paying more attention to it because we're directly impacted by it.
Right. I mean, and I actually felt like you. Um, in some cases, you have to show and have, as we're going to use Tiffany words, I want to put it in record that
Hmm.
William Moore was laid off
Hmm.
and he is still up here somehow talking about files that he should not even have access.
Access to. There it is. It's illegal. That was illegal.
So when I get to present my evidence to the judge, it don't look like I'm up there telling a lie because I don't have no evidence. I'm just telling you what I see. I don't have anything concrete.
Yep.
Whereas the clerk is going to put on record that William Moore stood up and spoke at the mayor's behest to
Yep.
speak to the public about housing and permits and licenses when he no longer works for the village.
That part.
And at the previous meeting, whereas the trustees passed the ordinance about passwords being shared. So there is a method to the madness, if you will,
Mm-hmm.
about why things are being done the way they're being done. I also want to say the trustees took an oath as well.
Yeah.
They took an oath and they are bound to decorum.
Yep.
That is why it broke my heart, really, to see Tammy Brown to have to apologize and to see Clerk Keys have to apologize because they have just been mentally browbeated for the last 3.5 so years by this person. And to have to apologize for the way that you said something, um, to me is outrageous because for me, I want to snatch her up like you do when you tell your kids, we going in this store, I got 2 things to get, and don't you ask me for nothing else.
That part. And I want to also add to that with what you're talking about, especially with Trustee Brown, Trustee Tammy Brown. For example, that Trustee Tammy Brown is such a classy lady. She's, she's the rich auntie of the crew, right? That's what I call her.
Right, right.
She dressed to the nine, she got her stuff together. $600. Did you really go at Tammy over $600 when you've spent more than $600 on Cooper's Hawk? You spent $3,000 on tacos on one of these credit card statements that I saw, and you're talking about $600. But I also want to, shift it over to Trustee Key. This was, I want to say, December 21. Okay. December 21 was around that time. And Tiffany wanted, it was $250 because they went to the IML conference, right? And with the IML conference, they stay a few days at the hotel. They're learning about the municipality. They're learning about laws. All of the mayors and the trustees and, they all come together and they talk about, best practices. They learn, they do all this other stuff. It's like this big conference. And then they all stay downtown because going back and forth every day is a stretch. She didn't even want to pay Clerk Key, and it was only $200. And she didn't. $200. This is the same woman who spent $175,000 in Vegas. Yeah, K-Max, you on a whole rant. She spent $175K in Vegas twice. And let's not talk about the fact that she went on this media tour in DC, in New York. Remember? And I don't know why nobody put it out there yet. She paid Angela V for the interview. She paid her. It's on the PayPal statement. If you look at Angela Yee, it's the email address. So if you go to Angela Yee's, YouTube or whatever her page is, where you contact her, and then go back and match it up, Around that time, right to her PayPal statements from the township, she paid the girl for the interview. Why you think you softballed it? You get what I'm saying? So, you paid for these interviews that had absolutely nothing to do with the people. In fact, I'm going to take it even further. That same board meeting, she called in. So while we talking about not allowing Carmen to come to a board meeting, you called in not because you had something important to do, but because you simply didn't want, you wanted to go you wanted to be on TV.
And that was that February meeting, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
You can find that meeting on the Lansing Journal. If you go to the Lansing Journal's page, please subscribe to Melanie Jung. She is doing a awesome job. February, that meeting is all recorded there. They have like a timeline of Tiffany Henyard, and it's in February. That meeting is in February.
Absolutely.
The whole thing just blew me because please speak to the people, because we're being transparent, because she's not going to be transparent. So we're having the conversation so that people will know. There is a stipend already set aside for training.
Professional development.
Right. So when the trustees travel somewhere or they go somewhere, maybe they're going downtown to do a training, and they have to spend the money first and then they get the money back. That's how it works. But there is a stipend already set aside for that they can turn their receipts into and put it on the warrant list and get it paid like everybody else. Is that right?
That is absolutely correct. And at the township, it's $600 a day. It's $600 a day right there. And someone else, Anthony Hood, he said $1 million on that skating rink. It's crazy. $1 million. I mean, it's $600 a day. That's how much the stipend is in Thornton Township for traveling. So now do you guys kind of understand why she travel a lot? So let me show you what the finesse is. So let's say you get a person that you really want to work with you, right? But you can only afford to pay them, we're going to call it $40,000 just for all intents and purposes. But you really need to pay them $60,000 because that's what the side deal you had with this person, right? Because you know the type of people she usually hires. So she tell you, look, I can give you 40, but then I can guarantee you XYZ amount of trips. That'll get you $600 a day. Now, what happens there, they go on these trips, they pay, everything is all expense paid by the township. And then she still give them $600 a day. Think about it, because we see them all on the credit card statements, but their checks are justifying $600 a day. The math is not mathing. So if you notice, what you don't see is any trips Dr. Nikita Nietzsche Cloud went on, because the one trip that I ever went on with her, it was to the NLC conference in Washington, D.C. for 3 days. I swiped my own card. I paid for my own food. And then guess what? My hotel was free because this was in, it was early 2022. And everything was still kind of COVID. So, when we went we stayed at the Marquise for reference. We stayed at the Marriott Marquise downtown Washington, D.C. There was this plastered, how they still had everything covered. So you couldn't be, face to face or whatever. And it fell on me. We were doing check-in. So guess what? They figured they'll give me my room in exchange for me not.
Baby, upgrade me. Upgrade.
I had absolutely no problem with that. But also, Tiffany, and this is before Tiffany, decided, because she wasn't, I think she had just became supervisor. She wasn't a over the use spender or whatever at this time. But what we did on that trip, when we went out to dinner, the first night we went to RPM, guess what? You'll never see that on a credit card statement because it's on my Amex. I bought the dinner. The next night was Yardbird. Keith Freeman paid for it. The next day was something else I can't remember. And this, let me tell you how humble Tiffany was. Her luggage was so raggedy that it busted at the airport, and we had to go to Nordstrom Rack to buy her another carry-on.
Y'all better get into these exclusive bombs that's being dropped. Because first of all, absolutely not. You're not paying your rent and you can't buy no luggage. Girl, girl, if you watching this, little stink, you is a mess. You is a whole mess, little stink, and you need to get yourself together.
Listen, when
That's
that little
crazy.
thing came around, you know, when her luggage came around the thing, it was wrapped in duct tape.
Absolutely,
If I'm lying, ask Keith Freeman. It was
absolutely not.
because her little stuff, her luggage was that raggedy. This is humble Tiffany. This ain't, you know, Miss, you know, Glam Squad. This was pre-Glam Squad Tiffany.
So okay, this is
This
great. This is
monster.
great. I got a few questions to ask. So we're gonna talk about this turn. When did this humble Tiffany turn? When was the turn? Let us know when the shift was. You know, like the church folks be saying. I don't know what shift they be feeling because they be never mind.
When
Okay,
did the shift?
yeah. When did that shift?
Okay.
You
That's a
know,
good question. So basically, this is what happened when I started with Tiffany. Like I've told the story 100 times. I met with her at a coffee shop in Homewood. She had on a polo shirt, a pair of jeans, not an ounce of makeup on her face. Shout out to Critical Smoker.
what up, Critical Smoker? I was just about to say it because that Critical Smoker with us. Thank you for joining us today.
So she didn't have
Okay.
an ounce of makeup on her face. And during all of that time, she never wore makeup. Tiffany, you know, like I mean, put it like this: when we went on that DC trip, she went to the White House then. What you didn't see, you know, is all the pictures on, like she on some jeans and a blazer with a Marc Jacobs crossbody on, not an ounce of makeup, with a t-shirt on under it. She didn't have all of that then, you know, and she had the right vision. It was just the wrong messenger. So she becomes supervisor, in January, which was like March, I want to say. That was the day, I want to say around March 6th. Don't quote me on that date. She becomes supervisor March 6th, and then she wanted this over the top inauguration celebration. Okay. After that inauguration celebration, that's when I noticed she became empowered. Former mayor of Chicago, Lori Lightfoot, was there. She had Rep Marcus Evans as the MC. So, you know,
The
here,
now Speaker of the House was there.
yes. Some mega pastors, a few mega pastors were there. She had
Alleged ex criminal Dorothy Brown was. Oh, I'm sorry, Dorothy Brown, who was the former clerk for Cook County, was there.
yeah. So she had the people in the room. So what happened right after that, you know, she decided, I guess she was feeling herself a little bit. And, you know, her and I, what people don't know, by that time, the day of the inauguration, if you notice, I'm not in many pictures because her and I weren't rocking then. Because I noticed, you know how you notice, oh, you smelling yourself. You know how the grandmas used to say. The minute she became supervisor, and people, you know, she's getting all this attention, she's getting all of that. So I want to say around March of 22, that's when I saw that shift. And she went from, because she already had issues. Oh, I got another exclusive for you. Give me 1 second. I don't want to jump around on stories, but let me take it back a little bit. So
Y'all better get close to y'all whatever y'all watching this on, so y'all can make sure y'all here. Look, like, subscribe, share, let everybody know that the super producer and Dr. Nietzsche Cloud is on. And baby, we serving up the news tonight. We
yes.
are entertainment tonight, inside edition, all of that rolled into one. Let your peoples know. Let everybody know.
So
Okay, go.
now keep in mind, the recall was already in place in December. That's when the recall went down. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So get this. When they did, it was a board meeting. The board meeting was done in the daytime this time. This was a board meeting done, I want to say around 10, 11 o'clock in the morning. And they voted to recall, to move forward with the recall. And then after that, trustee knew Ed Steve, he was the trustee at the time. So former new, Ed Steve. He came after that board meeting. He said, Tiffany, let me talk to you. She's mad. He said, Tiffany, let me talk to you. We don't want to do this. We don't want to do this. We just need you to chill. We need you to do the right thing. Check the books, check the balances. We just need to know how you're spending, is how you're doing this and that. Now, keep in mind, it was never even as bad as it is now, but it was bad. She was doing stuff like not following compliance. I don't think she was stealing or anything like that at the time that warrant the recall. What she was doing was not following compliance. But even after they voted, they still tried to sit down and talk to her and reason with her and make it all go away. These trustees.
Mm-hmm.
Even Tammy Brown and Brittany Norwood sat down and had dinner with this girl with me, tried to talk to her. And Brittany, that's when I first got to know Brittany. And Brittany say, we don't even have a problem with you doing. We have a problem with how you're doing it. You're not following the ordinances. You're not following guidelines. You're not following the law. They're trying to work with this girl. They didn't really want to do the recall, but they had to protect the purse for the people. So you know what she did? Instead of working with them, the recall never had to happen. She cut off all access to them. She saw that as a sign of war. This is what her exact words were. We are at war. We're at war. We can't give them anything. I'm like, it's just showing them the books. So that's when her and I started to, clash. So that was around December, January. Okay. But again, that's work clash. It's not, you're the devil clash. You get what I'm saying? We just don't see eye to eye. But I knew then I'm on assignment. I have to do something. And then she got upset because she wanted me to hate the trustees. Those are my ops, so those are your ops. I'm like, why are you making your problems my problems?
Okay, ma'am, because I'm just getting a check.
I'm just at work, right? And guess what? Their name is on the door. So, so she started doing stuff like, she put their mailboxes outside.
She went on the news and said this was war.
Yeah, she went on WVON. Sherry's right. And she said that they were beneath her. Yes. So at this point, she's doing petty things, putting their mailbox outside. They can't come in Village Hall. She's telling people not to talk to them. If we go, because now at this time, it was 2 different board meetings. I don't know if you guys found that part yet in all the old videos. The trustees were doing one board meeting and she was doing her own town hall during the same time. And it happened for like 2 or 3 months. But what she'll do, put out, notices saying if anybody go to these board meetings, like if any of the department heads go to the trustees meeting, they'll be terminated. That's where all those lawsuits came in at, like with Shamisha and people like that. So
was that the Camille Williams too?
No.
Or was that the township?
No, this was the village of Dolton only, because she's not the supervisor yet.
Oh, okay.
So we all catch COVID in December. So we ended up having
Sherry.
Okay. So yeah, so we all catch COVID. So now, everybody got muted and all this other stuff. Yeah, it was crazy. So January come along, and then now Keith Freeman is the village administrator. Tiffany, that we talked about that. So now Zuccarelli, but remember, she knew she was going to be supervisor. So now she then went on and put the finesse on Gonzalez, what's his name? What's her name? Darlene, her husband passed away, so, she's working her numbers. She's doing her lobbying. I'm not going to say any of that is illegal. She was just strategizing, doing her thing. So next thing you know, March, she becomes supervisor. So now she's empowered. She's empowered. In her head, she's empowered. And she's telling herself, I'm the most powerful woman in Illinois now. I'm the most powerful woman in Illinois. I'm more powerful than Toni Preckwinkle. I'm more powerful than Lori Lightfoot. So she's telling herself this, and people are telling her that. So she's believing this. So now, and I didn't help. I didn't help because I'm good at what I do. I'm hitting her with Black Enterprise interviews, Essence Magazine interviews, like I'm doing my job though.
Oh, okay, that part. I'm thinking, okay, girl, don't do that to yourself. You're doing your job.
Yeah, I was doing my job. So, now I didn't got her look together. And for a long period of time, if you notice, she wasn't on social media. She wasn't, she wasn't doing anything. And I'm working, just doing what I do. So at this point, but things that she wasn't doing was putting face, stuff up there saying, I'm the most powerful woman in the Southland. Like, there's no way I would have let stuff like that fly. So now her and we're clashing because I have no problem with telling her no. My integrity is worth way more than a paycheck. And one thing I'm very intentional on, I will never let a job pay me more than I pay myself. That's kibbles and bits. So when people go at me, oh, she this and that. No, I've never let a job pay me more than what I pay myself. So I could walk away from a career because I still have high society. I still have I'm still in the cannabis industry. I have other sources of income. I still have, a trucking business. I still have other stuff that I have. So that's when I told you guys, my father-in-law around that time fell gravely ill.
Hold on 1 second. I was sent the voice of Tiffany saying that this is war. You want me to play it?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna play it. This is cracking me up. Let me see if I can go back because I started playing it. Oop. Hold on. Can you hear it?
I can't.
Hold on. Hold on, chat.
I remember that interview though.
And listen, the way that she is going in on this about she know everybody background is cracking me up. Hold on. That's what I'm gonna do. Because I don't want to, super producer try to keep peace with everybody. Okay. Mm-hmm. So what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to play it so y'all can hear it. Let's see. You let me know if y'all can hear it. Let me turn this sound up. I don't want to, super producer. Okay. Did y'all hear that? Can y'all hear that?
So when do I have time for little people? I don't. They beneath me. And what I mean by that, and I'm saying they beneath me because I don't have time to give them energy for a dumb fight. I earn my seat like they earn their seat. You don't see me trying to recall them, but I will be recalling them come February 2023 when I come for them seats. Because I'm going to make sure the people are educating. They know what they have not done for community. And while everybody's talking all this mess, you got trustees on there like Tammy Brown. Tammy Brown ain't done nothing as a trustee. She's been sitting there just saying no, blocking all progress. Her seat is up and she definitely comes. I'm definitely coming for her seat. She will be removed come February 2023. Because it's time to basically get people in place that is like me, that's about community, and that want to see Dolton grow into this flower that it is. And then you got Jason House, the senior trustee. See, the thing y'all don't know about everybody, I know everybody's background, everybody's history, but you'll never see me shooting shots like that until they keep coming for me. When they come for me, now I got to shoot back. And when I shoot back, I'm shooting with that. Jason House, he was the finance director of the healthcare consortium over at, the U.S. Bank building. Did you know the feds picked him up? And the feds got him for funneling money? No, y'all don't know all that though, right? But I do. He told me. So what I'm saying to y'all is, he the one that want to be on a bank account now. So why would I let him do the same thing that he did over there to Dolton? I'm not going to allow that. But ain't nobody telling the facts because everybody want to sit here and listen to the he say, she say stuff instead of getting the facts. Get the facts. And then you'll know why Tiffany moved the way she moved or why she go against certain things. You will understand. But no one ever finds out why. Kiana Belcher, her boss, want to come in Dolton and do all these things. And because I want to let certain things, everybody want to buck against me because I say no.
Well, let me ask you this, because they've made a point about not having access to certain information that they've requested, FOIA requests. and other issues like that, just to get, in their words, and I don't know the details, some basic information released so that the board can have access to information, the funds, where funds and money and how it's being spent by the city. And they say that that information has been shut off and been shut down, and they don't have access to it.
That's a entire complete lie. They got access to everything right now, today. They got access to an entire bank account. So they're not telling you that though, right? They are on the bank account. Jason House, the Fed person. And then also you got, what's her name? Allison Key, the clerk. Both on the bank account. So what don't they have access to it that they cannot see? That's why I say it's all lies. So they can see what I see. And I don't even get access to it because they removed me from it. We got court on Friday regarding the bank account. And when people learn government, understand how it works, I govern. They legislate, but they want to do my job. If you want to do my job, you should have ran for the seat, but they didn't. They ran on my coattails to get in their seat. And now they want to fight and tell me what to do. I didn't run to be nobody's puppet. I ran to lead. That's what I ran for. And then you got the clerk, Allison Key, that just follows stuff just because. That's why she got some little special handcuffs too. Everybody doing illegal stuff, but ain't nobody putting that facts out or put the court cases out. That way everybody know what's going on, but nobody putting the court cases out. Every single time they put me in court, I won every court case. But no one see that they just spending money. It ain't their money. Won't they spend their own money then? But they spend taxpayer money just to attack me, and then we go to court and the judge throw it out, and they come with another lawsuit, and then another lawsuit. For what?
You know what I'm hearing here, guys?
Mary, please send that to me.
Those of us in Chicago, obviously, we don't know the details and we don't know the politics of what's going on in Dolton. I am the kind of person, I love to give everybody an opportunity to speak and make their case. And it does seem like that we have two sides here that are just not going to come together. It seems like there's just so much animosity that's been built up over the last 2 years, Mayor, since you've been elected, that I don't see any silver lining, any opportunity for you and this board of trustees to come together on anything. It really does seem like there's a lot of distrust, animosity, and a lack of willingness to work. The trustees say that it's coming from your side. You're saying it's coming from their side. Is there any way that everybody can get in the same room and say, hey, look, let's do something just for the people. Let's put our emotions, egos, personalities, attitudes to the side and say, let's get something done for the people of Dolton. And whether it is the water park or the skating rink or whether it's anything, let's pursue a big box store and try to get them here into Dolton. Is there any would you be willing to say, hey, you know what, Matt, I'm willing to try to work on behalf of the people, and let's have a real public hearing where everybody can see what's going on, and let's make some progress for the village of Dolton.
I've tried that. I've always tried to send of all the branch. Also, my VA has tried that. He's on the line as well. And I've always tried to make sure that we all want to core. Because if they want to talk to me, I'm cool with that. They can talk to the people around me that do handle the day-to-day operations. But they have chose to basically keep everybody on the outskirts and not do work as it relates to the people. So I'm still open to that as it relates to them.
That's good.
To my administrator. We at war, period.
This means war. Hey.
And she said period. And guess what they've been doing? Period. Ever since you said it means war. Like, to me, the whole, that was 6 minutes of capping. I cannot believe this right now. Okay, go, Dr. Nikita. Go ahead with your reaction.
This did not age well. Let's just start there. That interview did not age well. First and foremost,
in your professional opinion, let's go over it.
Let's do this. Okay, first and foremost, she stated that they ran on her coattail. Let's start there. Okay, so if we look at the numbers, we all know Jason House and Allison Key got the most votes. In fact, if Jason decided to run for mayor at that time, he would be mayor. Okay. Secondly, she begged them to run on her ticket. She begged them. It wasn't the other way around. Let's go there. Won every court case. Tiff. Now Tiff. Okay. So we ain't gotta go there. The feds. Jason has never been arrested. We've been through there. In fact, she sent someone to put something up, remember, some months ago, saying Jason had a headshot. And I told the guy, I said, listen, if you can produce a real unedited, unphotoshopped headshot, mugshot of Jason House, I will happily give you $1,000 cash on the spot. Name your location. Couldn't produce it. In fact, he blocked me. Park District, everything she was talking about, the water park, all that stuff. Here's the truth. The president of the park, the one of the commissioners of the park came to Village Hall. This was one of the last things I did before I quit. I set this meeting up. It was Tiffany Keefe, president of the park, one of the commissioners, okay? They presented her with this presentation because they wanted to forge an intergovernmental agreement, all right? Now, this came from the park. You know, they used to do this big fireworks show, right? So they did this big fireworks show, but let's just be honest. A fireworks show is going to be about $20,000. That's just even on a low end if you want a well-produced fireworks show. So they propose, hey, let's split some of this cost, and then also, you know, this way it can be a win-win for everybody. We got some budget, you got some budget. Let's do this. Let's bring together a water park. Let's bring together a dog park. Let's bring together, you know, this, and this. We'll do skating. We'll do all of this because it's the parks and recreations. And we want Melanie Fitness. That way, you know, we can do that. We'll buy it. That's what they went with. Let's buy Melanie Fitness, the park, you know, and then you can do your events and all of that stuff. An intergovernmental agreement to save the taxpayers, because they're both their own government, so they can save the taxpayers money, all of this. Tiffany sat in that table at that room. This is on the life of my children, and said, that's a great idea. I think I should steal it. The very next board meeting, she presented it as her own. She did not want to do the intergovernmental agreement simply because it did not have her name on it. It would have stated Dolton Park District, Village of Dolton, and she wanted it to be Tiffany Henyard.
Now let's stop right there. Let us know if you have any insight on this weird obsession that she has with her name being on everything. Do you think it has anything, is it in any way, shape, or form connected to the fact that she's not really had her name, like she wants to be famous, or, you know, what do you think her weird fascination with having her name on things are?
Oh no, she's absolutely fascinated with having her name in lights. That is very, 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 it's pivotal to her. So basically what happened was she told me, she said, so she took something that Frank Zuccarelli do. He used to put the Z team on everything, you know, his little signature branding. Mm-hmm. She took that idea. She said, Frank put his name and face on everything. No, he put his Z team on stuff, right? But that logo right there, that's his. That Thornton Township logo, that's his. He designed that, right? And guess what? You don't see his name on it. So she thought because he put his name on stuff, she thought it was a good marketing tool. She said because it keeps her name in people's minds. So when it comes time to vote, if it's good, bad, or ugly, people will remember her name. So sometimes people won't remember her situation, but they will remember her name. So she does this for brand recognition.
Hold on 1 second. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Shout out to New Zealand. Dave Bryson watching from New Zealand. What time is it there? Yeah, and let me tell you something. It's some fine brothers down there in New Zealand. Period. Hit the super producer email. Super producer is single. Don't look at Dr. Nikita. She's taken. She has a wonderful husband. But let me see what that email do. What time is it? I'm getting distracted. This is the best info anyone has ever got. What up, no name? We're just gonna take a break because boy, we are downloading.
No name is ready. Like, listen, he focused.
Okay. No name. We are downloading some serious information tonight. We are getting some serious information given to us tonight. If you all don't like, subscribe, and share, let everybody know that Inside Edition for Dolton
name on the food boxes
is on. It's the Inside Edition. This is like the inside stuff for basketball. We inside. Okay, so let people know we outside, but we inside tonight. Okay, her name is on the food boxes, chicken boxes. Let me see. I wish I could. Okay. Wait a minute. No, I didn't. North Carolina, what's up with you? Okay. Hello, everybody that just tuned in. We are on with Dr. Nikita. Let me get this down so y'all can see. Dr. Nikita Nietzsche Cloud. Okay, we're on with the woman whose name got called last night for some reason, which was really no reason at all other than she just, listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I feel like sometimes when Tiffany is sitting in that seat, she be wanting to call people's names that she don't like, she can't stand, because they are now ripping her whole entire life apart because she didn't want to listen. So I feel like sometimes she just be wanting to say Dr. Nikita's name because she's very upset, you know, that yeah, she's very upset that Dr. Nikita.
She has said when I quit, she has admitted I messed that up. I even have somebody said that I missed Dr. Nikita giving back the 2,500. What 2,500?
She ain't giving nobody back nothing. The people are working for their money. This lady is outside of her mind if she thinks somebody is going to motion to give back some money that they actually working for while she's creating ghost payroll for other businesses.
Tiffany owed me way more. Did anybody forget that snow removal program where she had 24-hour call center? Those were my staff that was working at, and that she did not pay.
And ain't nobody giving back no money.
People forget that, you know, all of her, that she had on all of her Village of Dolton stuff. I paid for all of that. I didn't want to take the taxpayer money. So I tell them like, hey, you know, let me go ahead and donate a little, you know, maybe I'll donate a staff member. She wanted my entire call center. Sis had, you know, and residents, you know, they don't, I'm not, you know, sometimes when you say something is free and you guys don't even understand, like with the snow removal program, it can start snowing 2 o'clock in the morning. You will get a resident call saying, hey, 2 o'clock in the morning. And I've tested the theory. They were like, yeah, come and get this snow up. She
it
said,
actually was $3,500 that her name was on the warrant list for, which is probably one of them checks that's still sitting on the desk that she ain't signed because they don't have any money. Mm-hmm. And she worried about Dr. Nikita getting a check that she might not ever see because the Village of Dolton is broke. This is not a joke.
Received the check. I haven't received any checks, First Lady. That's why it was funny to me. Like I told y'all I was gonna film myself today, but I was busy saying I was gonna go up there and ask for my check. You know? I was gonna go collect my coins.
First of all, you know you locked out.
Yeah, you know picture. Picture that like look this one right here. Look.
As soon as the super volunteer see you coming up to the door, you was gonna be locked out.
Look, that me coming to get that 3,500 is the reason Burge got a job today. He got one job.
And listen, he can't even do it. Tell the people. Tell the people. How are you appointed the police chief for 29 days and you can't even do it because you're decertified?
Oh yeah. So get this.
Please tell the people. We're going over the meeting. Now we're doing a recap of the meeting. So make sure you're following because we're actually doing the recap of the meeting as we're up here laughing and talking, but we're doing a recap of the meeting. So if you haven't been brought up to speed, today in court, 2 things happened that were pertinent to us. Mm-hmm. Angela Lockett, that lady with no malpractice insurance. Well, she might have some by now if the judge let her be the village attorney. So she would be the village attorney for the next 29 days. And good luck to Dolton, because she have no clue about municipal code or ordinances or where to find them or nothing. She wasn't Googling nothing last night because she didn't know where to go. But anywho, she will be the village attorney for the next 29 days as a temporary appointment. Also, Ronnie Burge Sr., not Junior, will be the temporary chief of police for the next 29 days. However, he can't even do his job because he's decertified. So there's nothing he can do but sit at that desk and watch the other police officers ignore his ass, because that's what they're going to do, because he can't even do nothing to them. Okay, because he's decertified. So somebody make it make sense, but go off and tell the people, Dr. Nikita.
You Law 05 asked a really good question, and let me answer this.
All right.
Why didn't you suggest to Tiffany that she consider joining Toastmasters International? Shout out to Les Brown with Toastmasters too. She enjoys speaking, but struggles with the subject verb agreement. As a mayor, it's terrible. You are absolutely correct. However, believe it or not, Tiffany has had training. It's something that's not connecting. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. It's something that is not connecting. I will never put it out. And Sherry can confirm this. I have video of us trying to train Tiffany on how to speak. Like, there's a video and I'm saying proliferate. And then we brought in the pros to try to train Tiffany. She retains the information, and then she loses it as soon as we finish talking. She was even trained not just by myself, the other people too. After I left, Keith Freeman even brought in, from what I heard, a team of professionals. I believe that's what I'm gonna get to that too, George. You're absolutely right. The team of pros Keith Freeman even brought in. I want to say there's the what is the name of that company at the township that people think that they're PR, Cornerstone?
Oh, okay. Yeah. They're actually lobbyists.
Yeah, they're lobbyists. So she bring them in. They have a team of people who try to work with her on, learning when to shut up, how to speak, what to say, what not to say. She's had a full-fledged, top of the line media training team come in.
Sherry said, tell the truth, she can't read. Sherry,
let's keep going.
Now, Sherry, we up here trying to be professional and show the people Inside Edition, and you messing with it.
First of all, I am not here.
It's 2:14 p.m. on Friday. Dave, I know New Zealand is beautiful. Man, listen, I know you fine. We're going to talk later.
DM her a picture, Dave. DM her a picture. Let's make this happen.
Yes.
Tiffany, yeah, Sherry.
But I mean, this is the reason why she does not participate in things like debates or direct questions, because she would need, index cards.
Yeah.
But she can't comprehend. Allegedly, she can't read.
Have you ever seen a person like, okay, so let's say if you're reading, I think her eyes move faster, and I promise this is not, because I'm not the person that's going to sit there and beat up on a person that may have a learning disability or delay. However, I've watched her eyes move faster than I think what she's retaining, if that makes sense. So if she learned to just calm down, it's kind of weird there. It's something happening there. It's like,
Mac.
Yeah, but back to the doctor thing.
She repeats things over and over because those are the only lies that she knows. She would have to learn more lies. We just were told that she can't read, and not by Dr. Nikita. Dr. Nikita, let me correct this. Dr. Nikita Nietzsche Cloud did not say that Tiffany could not read. She said that there may be some challenges, but she did not say that she could not read, because we know that little stank is watching. She watches the YouTubers. She tried to sit up there and lie and say somebody sent it to her cousins, or somebody sent it. No, she be watching. Okay. And listen, I didn't put Dr. Nikita's name on my live for a reason, because I knew that she would be watching. If I did that, she would automatically be watching. But Dr. Nikita didn't say that. You know, so
Sherry said I said it, but no. she does have her, you know, she needs some help. And the thing is, there are organizations, if you want to get into politics, right? If you're looking to get into politics, if you're looking to get into you know, public service, there are organizations like the Illinois Women's Institute. There are classes, they pick women every year. There's a class, it's about 20 to 30 women. All you need is a recommendation from another elected official and a fully completed application. And you're in. And some of the most amazing women that are public servants that you don't see in the news ever, they've been through this program. So there's tools available. The NLC conference in, you know, she go to all of them. You see her there, but do she take in what she's doing? She don't even go to the classes. I can tell you beyond shadow of a doubt, when we went to NLC, I was the only one in those classes. She didn't go. I learned more about her job than, you know what I'm saying? And it's like, and it's unfortunate because
I'm sorry, Sherry is taking me out in these comments. She said, but she's some Kool-Aid. Sherry,
shout out
go do what you did last night, which was take a break. Go take a break. You need to take a break from social media for about 30 minutes. You in time out. You in time out. That was crazy. I'm never gonna forget that. That's super Kool-Aid. Oh Lord, we're gonna get it for this one. Who is going to be in charge of the election when it's time to count votes? Will she have anything to do with it? No, she will not. There was an ordinance that they voted for last night, that the dumb attorney could not even. He gonna insert himself without even knowing, because he didn't read, first of all, the ordinance in its totality. That's the first thing, and then the second thing was he did not even understand what the ordinance was for. That's why you saw him going over there asking McGrath a whole bunch of questions, because he was trying, man, he can't explain the municipal code to you in 30 minutes. Okay. So what they did was they made a motion to change the Board of Elections Council to Cook County. So that everything will go to Cook County, so that if there's a question, because Jason and Tiffany are running and Clerk Keys are running and everybody there is running, so that it will be fair and it won't look like, you know, somebody is, hey, doing something, or, you know, just for transparency purposes. So no, she will not be involved. I don't care what she tried to video. That girl is crazy. Anyway, okay. And then
she tends to repeat herself. Yeah, and the thing is, it takes a special person to write for her, because how can I say this? Respect.
It has to be very remedial.
Yeah.
So you gotta say, super producer was saying, it has to be very remedial, because if you don't have it in the simplest form, it's just like, okay, so let's go over. I want to go to when Kiana Belcher asked her, oh, okay, you want us to approve special counsel, where the contract at? And how much? Because there is no number. While she always telling the trustees that they need to be writing these laws and making sure they have these things on this paper correctly, she didn't even have her paper. When she it took her a long time to find the paper. I felt bad for her in that moment, because I knew she couldn't read whatever she was looking for. Because you saw how she was flipping through the papers, and then all of a sudden she said, there you go, right there. And Kiana said, just saying it.
Also, let me point out too, when I was her chief of staff, we put, if you go back and look, she had a binder, right? She had a binder that was in order all the way down to what she says. So if she flip a page, she just go. And if you notice on her binder, I used to write notes by every ordinance because I will give her talking points. That way she can at least try to, because she was a trustee for 8 years, right? So she knows something. Let's give her some credit. I'm not gonna
Wait a minute now. Hold it. She was a trustee for 8 years, and people were still helping her then. Go ahead and tell the whole truth, Dr. Nikita. People were explaining things to her and telling her behind the scenes what to say then. Let's go. Listen now.
You're right. So what we did with her as the mayor, we had a binder, right? In her binder, we had all of the agendas. We had notes by the agendas. I had her speech written out for her mayor's report, the whole kit and caboodle. Now, keep in mind, because I know that she, that hand-to-eye verbal coordination just wasn't there. So what I would do, I went from writing speeches out into giving her talking points, right? So with the talking points, I'll say, talk about this, talk about that. That way you let her flow. And then you just got to kind of let the chips fall where they may, because if you try to get her to say words that she can't pronounce, the goal is you don't want her there looking stupid, right? So when I abruptly quit, the person who she had left was Keith Freeman, who did not know that. Because let's just be honest, Keith Freeman's not a dummy either. So, but he's not a teacher either. So he didn't know how to work with her. That's the difference between me and someone else. Like,
but let's be honest. It absolutely was not his job to work with her on that point.
Correct.
It's his job to be village administrator and handle his job. That's like having 2 jobs.
Mm-hmm.
That's like having 2 whole jobs. Let me speak to this right quick. It raises questions why talking points were necessary for someone who served as a trustee for 8 years and is now mayor. This situation seems unusual. And first of all, let me tell you something. If you have somebody, and I'm going to say this, in juxtaposition to Donald Trump can get up here and promise you anything he want in the world to get you to vote for him, right? You don't know if he's going to actually provide it. What you're doing is you're giving him your vote based on what he said. Yep. So Tiffany is saying, okay, I'm going to listen to y'all. I'm going to listen to Dr. Nikita. I'm going to, take these classes. Okay, what y'all want me to do? I'm going to do it. Okay. And then, like Trump going to do, maybe, possibly get in office and not provide you with anything.
Nope.
And just forget everything that they said previously somehow.
And to her point, think about how many times she's, case in point, just the very last meeting, she was talking about Kamala Harris. And then yesterday, she's Team Trump.
Because she's trying to see what that immunity do.
Mm-hmm. So, but
now she sent him a message. Did y'all see that? She made a whole post, and at the end of the post, she told him check his inbox. She sent him a message. Absolutely not. Why would you think that you could inbox the president or the president-elect? That's crazy. But anyway, she do because she feel like she knows. Okay, he crooked. I'm crooked. He absolutely gonna give me immunity. And guess what? We don't know. He just might.
Yeah.
If she get up there and tell a good story, and she get up there and start with that, I ain't know this. I didn't know none of this. You don't know. You know, he's been known to pardon some people.
He has.
Okay,
And
so
just said mainly she's not qualified to be the mayor. No, I do not believe she's qualified to be the mayor. I actually think that she will be amazing party promoter. And I don't even mean that disrespectfully. I think that she missed her calling. She's entertaining. That's how she became the most infamous mayor. She's entertaining, but at our expense. And it's embarrassing. But um party promoter, and something like that, of that reality star, she would be amazing. Like, I'm not even, this ain't shade whatsoever.
now for me, I feel like she could turn into a great coach, Stormy. And you know
Yeah.
that lady Stormy?
Yeah.
I feel like she can motivate you.
Yep.
She can absolutely tell you how to get the people to believe you. And
Mhm.
this ain't nothing she need to write down. She don't got to write nothing down. She could just tell the person, okay, listen to me. This is what you're going to go out there and do. And listen, she can absolutely tell them how to believe their own lies.
Yeah.
Because she good at that. I mean, she would kill it. And I actually think that a lot of people would hire her because of this whole debauchery that has gone on for 4 years.
Q Law 05, it is my belief that lack of knowledge cannot serve as a defense against a guilty verdict. I agree. Now, I do believe that her defense is going to be plausible deniability. That's why she's trying so hard not to be on bank accounts and other people touching the money. She don't want her name on nothing. She believes that plausible deniability is going to get her out. And I just don't see that happening in this case, because for one, I do believe that she's looking at a RICO. I do believe, and this is not me saying anything, I know this is what I believe. I believe that she's probably looking at a RICO. I believe that plausible deniability is not going to work because there are too many witnesses. Now, again, ignorance to the law don't make you immune from it. So she can turn around and say that she knew nothing about an ice skate rink that's named after her daughter. You know what I mean? Like, it's stupid stuff that she's doing. Someone say used car salesman, but no, it's just that it's an unfortunate situation that we're in. It's an embarrassing situation that we're in. Yes, and someone, Mojo, says she silenced Andrew, fearing that would incriminate her last night. It would have absolutely incriminated her last night. That's all I could say on that. Alleged ignorance of the law is not. Yep, nope, it's not.
Let's see. Question: why do you guys believe Keith Freeman is not attending the board meetings? I mean, he is the current village administrator.
He was at the last one. He was at the last board meeting.
He was at the last board meeting. Was he there last night, Dr. Nikita?
No, he wasn't there last night, but he was at the last board meeting. I think that the situation is so hostile. Things I think you guys don't know. I think you reported on this, super producer.
I did.
What happened at the village? He's getting it. I mean, I'm not trying to say his moral compass is wherever, but they going at him hard. Like,
this is what I feel about Keith Freeman attending or not attending these meetings. For me, for one, she really can't say anything about him not attending, because for a long time, Tangenique Miller did not attend meetings. Mm-hmm. Kim Austin did not attend meetings. I mean, these are all people who are in the office and supposed to be doing the day-to-day, that they did not attend meetings. So you, like she said last night, you can't call out one and don't call out the other. Mm-hmm. So I absolutely do not feel like she should be feeling any type of way about him not being at the meetings, because those people absolutely were not attending meetings, and when they did so when they wanted to. And then on the flip side, I mean, let's be honest. We all know this man is talking to the alphabet boys, and what can he tell you or say to you in the village meeting, besides for, yep, I'm just listening for information, and anything I get, when the alphabet boys call me in, I'm going right in. Put me in, coach.
And And if it wasn't for him, the park wouldn't have their permits. If it wasn't for him, Dr. Scott wouldn't have her stuff. I mean, like, I'm not saying we need to go ahead and give him keys to the kingdom and welcome him back into the world of righteousness. But at the end of the day, I do see results happening. And I think he is doing the work. So as long as the way I feel, and this is me, I feel as long as he's doing the work and he's making sure that he's giving the trustees the reports, from what I understand, the employees, he is constantly in communication with them. I think that he has a right to protect his safety, because let's just be honest, his safety is not going to be protected, by the Henyard administration, especially with a new police chief that's coming in. And I believe he is coming in with the intent to disrupt. So I just don't see him coming to a board meeting.
But let's be clear, he better disrupt at that desk.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he if he coming in with it, he better disrupt at that desk. He better not move from behind that desk, because that's the only thing he can do.
I mean, that's facts. That's absolutely facts.
Okay, but I don't feel like you. I agree. I don't feel like we should welcome Keith Freeman back in, of anything of that nature. But I do feel like he is working now. He knows a lot of things. Right now, the trustees are not in a position to get anyone else.
No.
So, and because of the whistleblower law, he cannot be fired. So I feel like use him like he used you during that point in time. And I'm sorry, Keith, this ain't no slight to you. I'm just saying, use him for information like he used you, and let's keep the work going, because there's absolutely work that needs to be done while she's still doing whatever it is that she's doing, providing a show, being the clickbait or whatever you want to call it. What does Kamal actually do? He buys Newports. He goes and gets lunch. He drives Miss Daisy around. He absolutely makes sure, I'm guessing that her personal hygiene is taken care of. He makes sure that the wigs get delivered on time. He brushes the wig, because we saw them in Jamaica when he was brushing her hair out of her face. So, I mean, he absolutely is the butler. And if you hear me, Kamal, I said what I said. You the butler. So, those are the things that he does. Because as far as the township is concerned, he's never there. So the youth ain't getting nothing. The township is not getting anything. But he is butler and concierge. Let's give him concierge title. That's a little bit, but he absolutely goes get Newports. So if you need a Newport 9,000, 10,000, or whatever the case may be, we're Cooking with Frank at. Go over there, Cooking with Frank, can tell you everything he do.
All eyes on me said, has crime gone down since Kamal started working?
He absolutely had been very busy collecting signatures. Like I said, out there. And I'm gonna say this, and this is gonna be funny because this is just me. I absolutely feel like Michael Smith is their bastard child, because everywhere they go, he be in the back seat, crouched up, like when they was on the Zoom, and she said, "How you turn his cam out?" And she gave it to him. I absolutely felt like Michael Smith, blink 3 times if you okay, because you in trouble with these people and they're not treating you nice. So that's just me.
And here's the thing. My thing is this on this, and if you notice, I try not to speak on the Kamal Tiffany situation. The reality of the matter is, I'm a wife, and my heart breaks for his wife. And I'm gonna just be real. Like, I looked her up. Don't go doxing, spamming her or nothing. But that woman is beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
She is an absolutely beautiful person, inside and out. I know a lot of people who know her.
Mojo. Yes. Somebody actually.
Yeah, I have. Y'all want to know the truth? Y'all want to know the truth?
Y'all have got to stop in these comments.
Would you believe it? Tiffany has long hair. Tiffany has long hair.
Sorry to debunk that for y'all. Sorry.
Tiffany
I mean, it's definitely 4C kinky nappy, but
yeah,
it's there.
it's there. She got hair. She got hair. And the thing is this, like, I'm all about, listen, Tiffany also has amazing teeth. Her teeth, the sis teeth is on point. I heard they're hers. No veneers. Like, she has amazing teeth. And believe it or not, she has really good skin. She don't need all of this stuff that she's doing.
I must say that she definitely has gone down from previous. Now, I don't feel like she looks like she did at the beginning of this as far as her skin and things are concerned, because lies will do that to you.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think she's a unattractive woman by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't feel like you. I feel like you. She don't need to do a lot of the things that she does, because she just doesn't have to.
Yeah.
How come on now, y'all getting ready to ask us questions we can't possibly answer? But listen,
I don't know.
I was
I don't
allegedly, if I was ghost payrolling you, I wouldn't want you to speak either.
Yep.
You hear me, little stinks?
I need some more water.
You need to call the butler. Okay, so if I was ghost payrolling you too, allegedly, I wouldn't want you to say nothing, and I would stop you from saying anything. Think on that. Let the Bible say, when you think on that, think on these things, and these is the things I'm gonna tell you. Ghost payroll. That's what I'm gonna tell you.
Hold on. Q Law 05, they are hilarious, and the way I like their humor, because it's not even humor. It's one of those. Given her income, I believe she can afford higher quality wigs, but it's not. And she can, but you also got to consider this: it's here. Her mind doesn't go higher quality.
Yeah, because she absolutely needs to stop ordering these lawyers on Temu and Wish, because that pilgrim, I'm telling you, that pilgrim suit that y'all village attorney had on last night took me out. That pilgrim collar, that lady was ready to serve us Thanksgiving dinner, and we still 3 weeks away. Ma'am, no, there's no absolute way that you own a car dealership and you're a lawyer and you dressing like that. Please.
Yes, she
contact. Please contact hostility.management.com, because they will get you together. I promise you, this lady will get you together all the way around. She is a full service. You heard her. Call her. She don't have no respect to person. Listen, checks and money is green, and that's all I care about too. So listen,
that's just, people don't understand. It's like, at the end of the day, I want to see us all win, but within reason. I don't want to see us scamming each other.
Right.
And like that stuff there, like you're doing this to your own people. You're doing this to, your own community. You got to live here when this is over. Can you?
Let me get in my Trina Downs voice. A black woman. She doing this to a black woman. A black woman. That's what you doing, Tiffany? Okay.
But yeah, can you imagine being Tiffany when this is all over? After she done got, after she done did all these people this way, and you in Food for Less thinking you finna get your groceries unbothered? No. Like, you still gotta live here. Your baby, it's like stuff like that. I don't understand. Like, this is weird. Like, it's really, really weird what's happening, because why would you even want to do this in your own community? Why would you want to do this to and let her say her own people? And this ain't just about black, because a lot of Hispanics, it's a lot of whites, it's a lot of, everything in Dolton. Dolton is, it's majority black, but it's not all black. It's not, it's just not. So you're doing this to your own people. That's the part that, man, I just can't get with that. I can't rock with that, yo. Like, it's bad. It's bad.
All right, we're going to get into a few things. We're going to run down a few things really quick while we have Dr. Nikita here. because I said we've been doing a recap the whole time, just to let y'all know. We've been talking about several different things that occurred last night. This is one of the things that I specifically want to speak on because I want you all to understand what Trustee Kiana Belcher was trying to bring out.
Yep.
Okay. So I want you to listen to what this lady is about to say, and then we're going to go see what Trustee Kiana Belcher had to say.
I am a vendor here in Dolton. I'm not a resident. I was previously cleaning the police department. I'm here because we are owed 4 months of pay. Even when we weren't getting paid, we still showed up each and every day to do our job. We have shown our integrity and have taken pride in what we do on a daily. We just want what is due to us. We have worked as a vendor. We give our time, our work ethic, and everything, but we can't work for free. I have watched previous board meetings, Mayor, where you have stated that the vendors shouldn't be working for free, that they should get paid, and that's what I'm here for. I'm here to get what is due to us. Thank you.
Okay. First of all, let me take this down so y'all can see my face. First of all, I want to say this. Did you hear what she said? She said, we previously cleaned the police department. The police department, as we found out from Lori Lightfoot, have 2 credit cards. Two credit cards. This lady claims American Express. This lady claims that they haven't been paid for 4 months. For me, and this is super producer, I felt like this lady was a whole plant, that Tiffany called her and told her, come up here and speak at this meeting and tell the people you're not getting paid and tell them how I said I be saying that I want to pay y'all. Because Trustee Kiana Belcher, when it came time to pay the bills, since she wanted to rush and pay the bills, Kiana Belcher told, she asked, when it was motioned and properly seconded, and there was discussion, I'm going to take you to where Trustee Kiana Belcher asked, you didn't get paid because you're on 2 lists. You're on the AP warrant list and you're on the electronic warrant list. Let me explain something to you guys. Hey guys, Tanjanique Miller had a deposition back in May. And she told the deposition that it is the finance director that makes the warrant list that gets sent out to the trustees for them to look over and then remove anything they want to remove from the said warrant list, whether it be AP. AP is accounting something, but it means you're going to get a check instead of being paid electronically. Okay. Electronic warrant list is the list that all the credit card statements are on. Okay. So those bills are actually already paid. Okay, what they're doing when they vote is just accepting, yeah, we agree that could have been paid. Boom. Right? So Trustee Kiana Belcher says You didn't get paid because T&T Janitorial Services is on the electronic warrant list already here for looks like $1,500 from that AMX credit card that Louis Lacey had. She did throw that in. So now you expecting us to believe that you didn't get any money when we can see right here that you got money? So that's why you being removed from one of the warrant lists, the warrant list that the check gonna come from, because that would be double dipping. Okay, y'all, I'm just listen. I ain't make these things up. Let me go up here and find, because y'all looking at me like I done said something crazy. Here it go right here. Whoop! And you know what I did? I went right to the spot. Lord. You see how the super producer be doing her homework? Cause child.
Not conflict with, it was on the electronic warrant list that was paid through the American Express. And I thought we didn't have no credit card. But and now it's on the AP warrant list. So that's the only reason I'm asking for it to be removed, because it's two different places. I want to be very clear so they don't think that I'm saying that not to pay y'all, but every other one has been approved by the board. The check just have not been issued.
Any other?
That is the 100% reaction when Tiffany is caught in a lie.
She didn't want to say nothing about that though. Y'all didn't hear her make their comment on that, did you? Y'all didn't hear her make their comment on that. Gail Hollingsworth, if you go to my my live videos, the one that's marked Halloween, watch that and that will tell you where Tiffany is. We're not gonna speak too hard on her because she might come out the bushes. And sometimes she be feisty, but if she say something to me, I got something for her. But I doubt she come out the bushes because it's very rare. You have to say something that really gonna hit a button, which I didn't say nothing but the truth, so she ain't coming out. Anywho,
I love Kiana. Yeah, when I say I love Kiana, oh
man, she totally was so astounded. Like, I feel like she thought that this was so funny that this girl actually showed up to the park district to lie, and she couldn't stop laughing when she'd get something. She'd say, okay, I'm gonna let you lie. And she just,
and
she cracked me up with that.
I literally was sitting right next to that lady. So when she came back to her seat, and then Kiana responded, and I'm sitting there next to her, and I'm working, so I got my little phone, and I'm doing my stuff, and I'm like,
oh my god, like that lady. Y'all absolutely need to stop playing and stop letting this lady call y'all and tell y'all to come and do all this stuff, okay? Because that was absolutely insane. So just want to clear that up. Let y'all know it's two different warrant lists. If I was you, you can forward, because she said you can forward for the information. So forward the AP warrant list and the electronic warrant list to verify what Kiana Belcher is saying. Then forward that AMX card, okay, for the police department, because she was absolutely paid from the police department credit card.
Because you got to keep in mind, if it's on there, that means they were paid through a credit card already. So it was swiped, it's charged, there's a receipt, So you're asking for some money that you say you didn't get, but clearly you got, because there was a credit card swipe. So there was either an invoice emailed and someone remitted it, or it was something, but you're asking for checks, but there's a credit card swipe. Now,
yeah, so I just want the residents to be clear and to understand that when they are paying the bills, some of these bills are already paid. Okay, what they're doing is officially agreeing that those bills should have been paid. If they don't agree, then that's when you hear them say, yeah, I want to take out line such so and so. I'm take out line such read Robert. Yeah, that's when. That's when they don't agree, they take them out. But for the record, the trustees do not put together the warrant list. They absolutely do not. That comes from, as we know in Dolton, it will have to come from Kasprick, CPA firm, because they are now the unofficial finance department for the village of Dolton, because the village of Dolton does not have a finance director. So that would come from them. And it's two different lists. Electronic is the credit cards, things that have already been paid, boom, receipt, here it is. AP is something that has to be reconciled. It is when they're going to get a check. You know, the 600 or so or 500, it's probably like 700 checks by now, child, that is not signed and sit on a desk somewhere. Okay, so we got yet more. This right here, this next commenter, I feel like was a new commenter for me. She was very eye-opening for me as it related to the township. I guess she lives in Dolton, but she, when you want services, you have to go to the township. So she was going to the township, and I'm gonna let her speak about what she said, and then we're gonna bring it back because this was astounding to me.
I am looking for permanent housing, Mayor Henry. You said that there's what? How many million in the township? But when I called asking for assistance trying to locate housing, they said there was no money. Can you tell me where the money is and the help for me to have my own living space? I don't play bingo. I don't need bingo. I need a place to live.
Listen, child.
I'm gonna just get some tea. Hold on, I'll be back.
Yeah, you be right back.
I'll be right back.
Y'all. Did you hear what the lady said? She said that she is a senior, she is disabled, and she need a place to live. She needs services. She called, absolutely heartbreaking. She called the township and asked for the services that the super mayor claimed was available. And they told her they had no money. So who lying? Is it? There I am. Okay. Yeah, that's what she was told. That there was no services. What y'all think about that? They told her there was no money. But the super mayor said Thornton Township had a surplus of $9 million. No, it's not considered a secret squirrel meeting because the AG ruled that they have to hold it at the park district because that's enough room. So none of those meetings were illegal. Steve told us that last night. But what do y'all think about that? The lady called. She said she called the township for the service, and she don't play bingo. She don't like bingo. She need a place to live. Okay, y'all. I again, what? Yeah, because listen, the way I had to take a gulp because I was like, huh? What you say, little stank? You called to the office and the folk told you it wasn't no money. So who lying?
So was this the rental assistance funds that she was talking about?
I have no
Was
idea.
it 2 million, or was it an actual housing that she was asking for?
No, she called. Let's play it again, child. Because I don't mind playing again. Because that lady was earnest
She
about what she was saying.
Yeah, she had questions.
And didn't get any answers.
Not a drop.
Okay, because that the way that rant went after this, she didn't address her. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Where am I supposed to? I wrote it down. It is timestamp 47. There you go, right there. Here she go.
I am looking for permanent housing, Mayor Henry. You said that there's what? How many million in the township? But when I called asking for assistance trying to locate housing, they said there was no money. Can you tell me where the money is and the help for me to have my own living space? I don't play bingo. I don't need bingo. I need a place to live.
Housing assistance.
But if the Superman is telling people that there's a $9 million surplus, now we don't know what bucket it's in because she ain't tell us what bucket it's in. Allegedly, it might be in that food pantry bucket, and if it is, you can kiss that goodbye because we know who over there. But anywho, I digress. Anywho, that lady know what she talking about.
She knows
She
exactly
said,
what she's talking about.
she
And
said the Superman, and let me tell y'all something about the township. The township is that general assistance fund. That is absolutely there for the residents to get temporary assistance, and that is what she was asking for. She said she wanted temporary assistance so she could find her. They absolutely should have money to help her pay her deposit for her, wherever she gonna find to rent. They should be able to help her with finding somewhere to rent, possibly.
they shouldn't say we don't have any money. If she didn't qualify, I saw a couple of people say that she probably didn't qualify. I think that they should have specified you don't qualify for this program, but here's some resources that are available. To you. These are other places you can go. That's where the remedy would be. So, like, if she's looking for housing, and if let's say she didn't qualify, let's just say for all intents and purposes that she didn't qualify, there should be a list of other resources that she can go to, whether it's the Catholic Charities, whether it's CETA, or, there are organizations, believe it or not, there are nonprofit organizations inside of Thornton Township that the township has access to. Instead of them going to them for these food giveaways and all these other resources that she put her name on, there are resources that are available of other nonprofits that are in Thornton Township. There are tons. Hold on, I'm sorry.
I want to say this. First
Sorry.
of all, when I was homeless, and at this time I was out in Country Club Hills in Cook County, and I was having to go to Bremen Township because that was my township that I was in. Dr. Nikita is absolutely correct when she say you may not qualify. However, when I went to that township, they did tell me that they didn't have any funds at that moment to help me. right? So I want to preface this by saying that lady didn't say that they told her she didn't qualify. They told her they didn't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna put words in that lady's mouth. We're not gonna sit here and go back and forth about whether she qualified because they didn't even get that far. She called, she asked for assistance, and they told her they didn't have any money. But they absolutely should have told her, hey, go over here to South Suburban Pads and register over there. And for all those of you that don't know what South Suburban Pads is, it is for people that are homeless. I was homeless with my kids, and they give you a caseworker. You go there, you take all the information they ask you for, and then guess what they do? They start searching for programs to help you find housing. Just so happened they ended up finding a Section 8 program that the Section 8, the person who was over Section 8 at the time, had gotten some money, some extra money from wherever. And they decided to use it to do a program for homeless families, which only would last for 2 years. So for 2 years, I was on Section 8. At the end of the 2 years, I had to be able to provide for myself, paying my own rent. So guess what? During that 2 years, baby, they had all kinds of programs that they were like, go over here, you can get a license to do this. Go over here, you could get a license to do that. Child, let me tell you what I did. I went and got a license to be a clinical certified medical assistant.
Yep.
And guess what? By the end of the 2 years, I was paying my own rent. I purchased a home during COVID. So they should have absolutely gave her other resources.
That is literally what the township is. Township is public assistance. That's why they're there. If you're not going to be there, dismantle it and give the money back to the municipalities and let them do what they need to do.
Right. And so that's absolutely something that they are doing around some of these other places. So Evanston does not have a township. I believe Belleville got rid of their township. And so what happens is the money that was allocated to the township no longer goes to the township. It goes directly to that municipality, and they do with it what that township would do. I come from a state, so I'm not from Illinois, that we don't have all these layers of government. It's you in the city or it's you in the state, and that's it. So, or whatever other organizations may help.
That's the new thing. The People's Party, they're becoming very popular. Like it's like a new stream of independent. But yeah, you go your own way. You get your you get your own funding and you do what you need to do, because at the end of the day, that's insane. There's no way a person will come to me. In fact, you said South Suburban Cares.
South Suburban Pads is actually out on Lincoln Highway in Chicago Heights, right by, oh my God, I don't know what that road is, but it's on Lincoln Highway, right by not too far from the mall. I mean, from the movies. It's actually in Chicago Heights, across the street from the movies.
Okay,
and there's a big sign on it.
People a lot with this. People will hit me up in the inbox and they'll say, hey, they'll tell me about their different situations, and I see what I can do on my end to help. But again, I'm one person. But I would love to be able to pass along resources, because it's clear that they're not getting them. I see K Max said funeral assistance is only like a couple of $100s, and yeah,
right,
expensive. Funerals are extreme.
$8,000. I mean, that's $8,000 is like a little bit above basic, but that's where they started now. $8,000. You're talking about $8,000, and some stuff you have to pay for up front. Opening the grave and closing the grave is a fee.
People don't understand that. It's 25, and I'm going to use a low budget, and I don't mean no disrespect to anybody who have family there, but my dad, who just passed a few months ago, is a funeral home owner. And one of the places we go when someone wants to, like kind of cut costs and things like that is Mount Hope Cemetery off of 115th. And basically it's $2,500 if you want to open up one of their spots and put your loved one in the ground. That's just the grave. So, and then you got to add in a funeral. right? So your funeral costs. So let's just say that's 4,000 or 5,000, right? Let's just say 4,000 on the conservative side. That's not even including your casket. So, you got to get your casket, and then you thinking obituaries, getting those printed. And now
Programs.
then you get caught into like limousines and a hearse. The hearse alone is $400. Then you got to pay a driver. Now you got to pay someone to actually host a funeral. Then you got to have, like the officiant or the preacher. Then you may want a singer, so the costs go up and up. So if someone say, they turn around and say, a few $100s towards assistance, let's just be real, that's nothing. And then even with my dad, who's a veteran, the VA, they cover they give you this beautiful ceremony, but that's all they cover. That as far as the burial. So you still got to get them there. You still got to do this and that. Otherwise, they gonna come pick them up in a white van.
You got to buy the suit. You got to buy, everything for the decedent. My husband passed last year. He was a veteran, and he still had to buy a suit and all those things. Yes, thank you, First Lady. Let me tell you something about the super producer. You can't shame me with nothing, because I wouldn't take nothing for my journey. I love every piece of what I had to go through, because this is what you see before you is the person that came out of all of that. And I've been through some really hard things. That was just something, that scratched the surface right there. But it turned me into the person that I am today. So you can't shame me with nothing. I mean, child, I have been so broke, my bank account say minus $500.
That part.
You can't shame me with that. You know why? Because then I appreciate every dollar that I get. And I help people when they need it, even when I'm in need, because I know what it's like to be there.
That part. And I always tell people, that's part of the testimony. I say it all the time. I'm going to tell people till I'm blue in the face, between the prayer and the promise is the process. You got to trust the process. And that is in all things. We've been there. Yeah. So it's like, that's why I don't judge, and I don't, I try not to, get on, like glorify someone else's downfall, because at the end of the day, we all one situation from another situation. You know what I'm saying? And whether good or bad. And a lot of people don't understand that. That's why even here in having this conversation with Aunt Tiffany, I just can't understand how she can just talk down to people back. Yeah, I'm so glad we got to that. Shout out to Cooking with Frank and AK Cole. I did not know that she went in line and took pictures of her haters.
You didn't know that?
Some food boxes. No.
You didn't see that?
I had started kind of, like if it ain't you or a couple of others, I kind of channeled my way when all that drama was happening on YouTube. I stopped watching any videos, so I didn't see it. That ripped my heart out. So she literally went through the line.
She actually turned the camera around. So this was on her page. This was on her actual page that day. She actually turned the camera around and started pointing at people, talking about, see, right there. But I ain't gonna say nothing on the super mayor. She loves everybody. She feed everybody, child, whatever. Y'all, this is the last thing.
I was start telling stuff I didn't seen on her. I would be wrong.
You see my eyes crossing? Child.
That's not cool. One thing about me, I can't stand a bully. I can't stand.
She did that. She did that. This is the last thing that I want to bring out. Just want y'all to listen to this, and then I got a question.
Have a turkey and ham giveaway, which we do every single year. It's off the chain. I invite the media to come out. As always, y'all come here to the mess, to the little hate meeting. I want y'all to come to the real meetings to see the love that people really have for the super mayor.
You proceeded to make a turkey and a ham giveaway about coming to see you. People don't need turkey and hams because, first of all, they're going to get it in that food box that's given out by the depository, the food depository, that you absolutely don't have to pay for, because anybody can get it, and from anywhere, from any city, from any food place. I ain't going to Harvard because y'all got rats, and I said what I said. But anybody can do that. what you need to do is be focused on it's about to get cold out here, and that lady told you she needed somewhere to live.
Yep.
F your ham and turkey giveaway. Stop playing with these people and stop playing in their face.
Yep.
And get these people some services. Stop doing this smoke and mirror stuff where you have these meetings. You say, see, the trustees don't want to do it, but I do. No, you campaigning. And don't nobody absolutely do not care. These people out here need real services. Fania Dukes.
Trustees gonna be giving away turkey and ham on the 23rd. No taxpayer turkeys and ham.
Okay.
Food boxes too.
Okay, when get me the flyer so I can post it on my community page. So I'm gonna post on my community page somewhere that you all can go and get something. And Fania Duke's update, I don't have an update for her. I know that she was very courageous last night. I was very proud of her. I'm so glad that there were people there to stand with her. For me, I don't think she's ever going to get the answer that she deserves or that she wants.
But I'm so proud of that girl.
Yeah, I'm very proud of her. She's absolutely becoming a voice for the voiceless, and I'm so glad that she is choosing not to be silent. For me, I wish that, you know, in all of this, they had came back and asked for a recall on Andrew Holmes's seat for lack of character as a trustee.
What happens there is if we would have took Andrew Holmes' seat, she would have put Michael Smith in there or somebody like that. So it was one of those situations where
you still have to have a clean background for a trustee, right?
Yeah, but she would have put somebody, you know, somebody like that she know live in Dolton. Like it would have been Andrew Holmes come out that seat in Dolton. She could have reappoint that seat.
Yeah, which is fine, but that, you know, for me, that, you know, that just would have been.
Yeah, I think that Andrew Holmes should have done the right thing and stepped down. And to be honest, because I'm just going to tell you, if anybody had any doubts yesterday,
you shouldn't have any, because he didn't even speak. Even when the stupid mayor told him not to, it wouldn't be no way or nobody in hell that could tell me not to speak when I'm talking about preaching my innocence. You must be outside of your mind. And I'm supposed to be a whole advocate for the community.
That's why
I'm finna say my piece.
Get that family peace like you tell everybody else. There's no way you're going to look up. No innocent man will sit there and let a woman say to his face that you did this heinous crime and don't say nothing, because an attorney who's not even your damn attorney.
But you absolutely, and you sat there and looking like welcome back Carter head ass, and didn't even say I did not do it, or I did do it, or I'm sorry, or whatever. You didn't answer at all still. And it's crazy to me that you allow this woman to stop you from defending your name if you did not do it. But it was the deafening silence that spoke very loud.
Very loud.
Across all of YouTube, across WGN, across ABC7, across whoever is going to play it. It will be forever on my page. So, yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, like when I tell you, he said everything that we needed him to say.
I mean, everything that we already knew. I feel like, you know, but hey, you did what you did. You need to step down. When, even if it's not now, if it's when Tiffany lose, you need to go when she go. In both of the seats. That school board seat too. I said what I said.
Yep.
Because absolutely not. You don't need to be around anybody in any capacity doing that. You can do whatever you want in the city of Chicago. They want your dirty draws. They can have you. But the south suburbs, we finna dust and clean up and get all this stuff taken care of, because this is crazy. This is crazy. But yeah, I mean, that's what I had. I hope y'all enjoyed our recap. I definitely enjoy chopping it up with Dr. Nikita Cloud. It's always a good time when we get together.
Yes, ma'am.
If you haven't liked, subscribed, and shared this video, please do so. I will never take these videos down. I will never not be here for the residents. We are going to have another conversation. We have to have Sherry and Thelma back on the platform. And
Yes.
we absolutely will do that. I hope they can do it tomorrow, but if they can't, you know, we'll figure out when we can get it done. But I absolutely want them on the platform tomorrow. My Nah But For Real show with Winters Hall from the 810 News Media Group out of Flint, Michigan. We will be live tomorrow. I don't know what time, she didn't tell me yet. But I'll be live tomorrow with my Nah But For Real show with Winter Hall. You don't want to miss that show. And let me tell you why you don't want to miss that show, because that show is a break from this craziness. We absolutely talk about strange news things and things that I see on social media late at night that's just wild. But tomorrow will be a special show that we will be talking about the Black household, the Black vote, this election, and what this says about America. Not only America, but what it says to the world about America. So you don't want to miss that conversation, because you know Super Producer gonna keep it real, and she gonna keep it real candid. Okay, we gonna get into it. And if you mad, you might as well get glad, because it ain't gonna stop me. Because listen, a friend told me, what you eat don't make me
period.
Okay, so what would do? Tiffany keeps giving him work, and he is no longer an employee there. Child, some people have a weird obsession. We can't. This is not TLC, where we don't come on and have a show about people's weird obsessions. We don't know why that man like to work for free. We don't know why that man have a whole wife and he's smelling behind some other woman's butt. I don't know, child. That stuff be weird to me.
Let me tell you that now.
Okay, stuff is weird to me.
But you know
Just
what,
weird.
though? You also got to consider the prototype of her base of people that are around her. And that's just the truth of the matter. She keep people around her that she feels she can control with money.
It's always blind followers, though. Because as long as you getting their check, she picks a person who don't ask no questions.
Yep.
Well, hey, why are we doing this? Well, hey, is the alphabet boys gonna come for me if I do this?
No, plausible.
They don't ask nothing. They don't ask nothing. They don't ask nothing. They just out here doing things all kind of willy-nilly, and then they gonna be like Stan Brown when it's all said and done. Well, is the FBI still investigating us? Absolutely, Stan. Absolutely. They see every dumb vote you be giving for her. Absolutely. So get into that. So you know, that's it for me. I'm gonna try to lay low this weekend, because listen, absolutely, you all don't know what be going on sometimes. And oh, let me just drink a little. Because this is going to get interesting. And I'm going to try to lay low this weekend after Friday. Y'all not going
to lay low.
I'm going to lay low. And I'm not going to be spreading it wide. So don't you come for me, Miss Braxton. The Braxton mama. Don't you come for me.
Low.
Okay, I'm going to lay real low. And y'all not going to see me again until next week. Because, baby, I can't do it. I can't do it. I'm going to be ready to fight. Because me, I'm tired. I'm tired with bleach. I'm done. Okay? That's what you listen. You listen to the 810 News Media Group. Winters is funny. Yeah, she is. And when we get together, baby, it's crazy. Okay? It's crazy. And it's gonna be me and her tomorrow. I need to know what you doing. Sherry, didn't I tell you to take a break? I'll see y'all. Yes, I'm calling you this weekend. Listen, guys, let me tell you one more thing before we get out of here. I am absolutely trying to bring a I would like it to be a bigger show, but for all intents and purposes, it's going to be a women's health show where we did debunk myths and things about health. And, maybe we can encompass the men in as well. But this lady that you see right here, Shanita Lanier, she's a registered nurse, and we are absolutely going to be doing a show about health. Because what did I say? I said this platform is for the residents, and I want you all to be informed on all types of topics, not just political. Okay, so we need to get into these myths and things.
I would
Yes,
love
Dr.
to support that. That's amazing. That's dope.
Yeah, we're absolutely going to do that. We will let you know how you can support that. Listen, anybody that wants to buy commercials, have me develop a commercial and play it and run it on my show or my channel, absolutely can contact me. The email is in the on the YouTube page. It's stewed up the number 4 the T at gmail.com. But we will be bringing you this health show because I feel like it's needed. And there is someone who wants to come on the platform and do it, who is a former resident of Illinois, and I absolutely want her and myself to collaborate and bring it to you because I love you guys. Whether you like me or not, that's neither here nor there. Whether you call me Aunt Jemima or not, little stank, I know you watching. But yeah, you wasn't expecting this glow up, was you? Yeah. I can be on my P's and Q's when I want to. I'm ugly because I choose to be. Get into that. Y'all, I'm being a little petty right now.
You better lay low.
This is demon time for me. Okay. So yes, great live. You all highsocietymanagement.com.
Yes.
Go there. All your needs, call center, virtual assistant, PR, all of that. Let's make the super mayor super mad, and let's get this woman's business rolling. Let's book her so she don't have to. She can't even hear the noise. What she said, girl? Because I was super busy taking a phone call from the president. Let's get it. Let's do it.
Go. Yes.
Okay.
I receive all that. Yes, y'all.
All
y'all
right. I love you guys.
Tonight. Love
Yeah,
y'all.
love you guys. You guys take care, and I will see you tomorrow for the No But For Real show. I'm so weak right now. Oh my God. Let me find the video. Oh, Lord. That's crazy.
Every time you think of me, your heartbeat is prominent. It's astounding how your rhythms be sounding. Here's just be pounding. I'm reigning supreme in all your dreams when you find it necessary to include me in your commentary. Major. Every time you wake up, you sign it best like you 2-1.